All right. What's going on, y'all? This your boy, Hype Fan Eagle, representing the Philadelphia Eagles by way of New Jersey. You already know, man. Shout out to my first-time viewers. Shout out to my last-time viewers. Shout out to the people that's viewing my video, whether religiously or in passing. You already know. I got my Twitter set up on my iPad, and I got my MacBook set up right here, man. So I'm streaming on both. You know what I'm saying? I'm doing on both. You feel me? You gotta work. You gotta work. I want to get into a little bit of camp notes, man. You know what I'm saying? For today, I want to get into a little bit of camp notes. If you haven't yet, please subscribe to my channel down below. And if you want to follow me on Twitter, it's Hype Eagle 1. Follow me on Twitter, Hype Eagle 1. Hopefully, y'all can see the helmets and everything like that. You know what I'm saying? I should do it. Yeah, just like this. All right, cool, man. I want to put out multiple videos of, what happened in practice as far as Darius Slay, getting cooked and everything like that. Listen, it happens to the best of us. You know what I'm saying? I'm not one of those Philly fans that, of course I do want to do this, but I'm not one of those Philly fans that see a Trayvon Diggs video and go, share it on Twitter and everything like that, because at the end of the day, even though it is fun to actually pick on our rivals, camp is camp, and I understand what goes on in camp. Some battles you do win, some battles you don't win. It's always fun in games to go pick on your opponents and on your rivals and everything like that. So it's all fun in games, but I don't really, take it nonetheless, unless it's the real season. Then that's when I go ham. But other than that, I understand that it's camp. You know what I mean? But I do, I have my fun. I definitely have my fun for sure. But I want to get into a little bit of camp notes, man, because Darius Slay, he did get cooked. You know what I'm saying? He did get cooked. Darius Slay definitely got cooked. But what it seemed like Tyreek Hill, stepped on his foot as I think it was like a double move, and then Tyreek Hill went on a go route, and Darius Slay kind of fell for it, but he was still in position to actually defend the play. And I think Tyreek Hill actually stepped on his foot, and he got cooked. But I'm about to read the camp notes, man, because the camp notes definitely say that Darius Slay got cooked. Not only that, the camp notes also say that the offense had they was basically struggling the whole time. Even our first team defense was struggling. And this is what I expected. I said this in my previous video. If you haven't saw my previous video yet, ladies and gentlemen, I said this in my previous video. I said the fact that the Miami Dolphins will be a big test for our cornerbacks, for our secondary, our linebackers, our safeties. It will be a big test because they have a lot of speed. I said that in my previous video. I don't know if y'all saw it, but I said that in my previous video, man. So I already knew, teams like this, and that's why I say, I'm not really looking forward to the Detroit game. I'm really looking forward to our second game when we play Minnesota, because that's going to be the real test for our secondary, our linebackers, especially our corners and our safeties, because they have Adam Thielen over there, and they also have Justin Jefferson over there. So with that being said, man, let's get into a little of these camp notes. If you haven't yet, please subscribe to my video down below. You already know, man. Subscribe to the video down below. Like I said, merch is on the way, man. Just really putting in work right now, trying to get the designs and everything like that. I also want to give away free tickets as well. So just choose your game. Depending on if you're the lucky person, I'm definitely want to give away some free tickets. Let's get into a couple of these camp notes real quick. Shout out to Philly Voice. All my camp notes come from Philly Voice. So Eagles and Dolphins 2022 practice, joint practice. These are the noticeable players that didn't practice today. Jack Anderson, Sean Bradley with an illness, Christian Ellis with a hamstring, Javon Hargrave with a toe injury, Josh Jobe with an elbow, Jason Kelsey with an elbow, Miles Sanders with a hamstring, Joshua Scott with a hamstring, and Greg Ward with a toe. I don't know if Greg Ward is going to make the 53-man roster. I mean, we pretty much loaded on wide receiver. I don't even know if he want to I don't even know if he want to go back to the practice squad. Let's put it like that. He worked his tail off. He helped us get into the playoffs last year, so yeah, he was a hit and miss. I'm not going to say like he was the best wide receiver that we got or that we had last year, but he put in a lot of work, man. But I don't know, like with the caliber of wide receivers that we have now, I don't know if he's going to make the team or not. I don't know if he's going to make the 53-man roster. And I don't know if he's willing to settle to be a part of the practice squad, being the fact that, being at all the work that he put in last year. So let's say James Bradbury going. The good news is that Bradbury is back practicing again. Even if he's only limited for now, Grant Caltera was also a full go. The bad news is that, oh man, keep going up. The bad news is that, where's it at? Sorry, y'all. I keep flicking up and down. I don't know why. The bad news is that Sanders remains sidelined with the hamstring injury. Remember when he had a hamstring injury too close training camp in 2020. I don't look, if y'all think I'm tweaking, say too close training camp. Too close training camp in 2020, and everyone assumed he'd be good to go for week 1 against Washington. And then he wasn't. We'll see soon enough if that's what happened. If that's what's happening again this year. So he had a history from last year and year before last, if I'm not mistaken, with this whole hamstring. I don't know what's going on with that, but I don't know if y'all saw the previous pictures when Nick Sirianni, he was actually talking to the Browns running back. What's the Browns running back name? Kareem Hunt. So I don't really know what's going on right there. Thank God we got Kenneth Gainwell and Boston Scott. I like both of them. We may also see soon Darius Slay on the injury report tomorrow. The first rep of the day in one-on-ones against Tyreek Hill, Slay got dusted down the sideline by the speedster and seemed to pull up at the end of the play with a pulled muscle. He limped back on the sideline, but later returned on the field. Later in practice, Slay once again limped off the field, this time seemingly favoring either his foot or his ankle. So, basically he injured himself the first time. I don't know if you saw the little stutter step or the little, he stepped on his foot. Tyreek Hill stepped on his foot. That's what I saw. I saw that he stepped on his foot. He limped off the field the first time, came back, and then limped off the field again, man. And this is one of the things. This is what's going to happen when you have joint practices, man. It's very physical. Things is going to happen, man. I'm not a big fan of it, but I understand the reason of joint practice. I really do understand the reasoning of joint practice, man. It's to test out your guys, test out your, your first team offense, first team defense, the people that's not going to play during the preseason games. You test them out and you have them run certain plays in joint practice. So that way, when it comes down to the preseason game, you could put in, your second team offense, second team defense, and the plays that's trying to make the team. So I actually understand it, but I don't like it. Let's say the Eagles offense conducted 11 on 11s on the far field, while the defense practiced right in front of the media from the sideline bleachers. As such, it was a little easier. Oh my gosh, man, stop going up and down. It was a little easier to see that the defense. It was a little easier to see the defense today, but I did my best to watch both fields. So this is whoever reporting on this right now. Please subscribe to the channel down below. With this, with that disclaimer in place, if Jalen Hurts completed a pass for more than 15 yards down the field today during 11 on 11s, I didn't see it. Check down city. Hurts seemed willing to give his wide receivers chances to make plays on the ball down the field last week in joint practices against the Browns, who was missing starting cornerbacks Denzel Ward and Greg Newsome. On Wednesday, with better corners patrolling the secondary, Hurts took fewer chances with the ball. You can't blame him for that. Listen, last year he wasn't really checking the ball down. This year, I'm glad he's checking the ball down. And that's what I'm saying. Sometimes, look, you can't really get caught up in this media thing when they're saying that, oh, it's check down city. He's not pushing up. Sometimes you got to take what the defense give you. You know what I'm saying? Rather than pushing the ball down the field and you getting an interception, you got to take what the defense give you. And now I'm proud of that. I'm proud of that progression I'm proud of that next step. Okay, I don't see nothing, check down. Okay, I don't see nothing, check down. That's what we was missing last year. That's why he was throwing it to wide receivers that was triple covered and everything like that, because he was missing the check down people. And I'm glad that he got that under his belt right now. I'm glad that he went over there with Tom House and Tom Brady and got some reps in practice. I'm very happy for that. Where I left off at. Let's say Hurts' verdict. It has been a while since Hurts had thrown an interception in practice, and that's great. Today was a snooze fest from the first team offense, though. You would certainly like to see the quarterback try to push the ball downfield more than he did. So they gave him a stock down for today. Like I said, I don't blame him because he was 22 for 27, 0 interceptions, 0 touchdowns. I wouldn't give him a stock down. I would give it an even. I would just say even. I would just say even because he didn't throw no touchdowns or he didn't throw no interceptions. He was checking the ball down and he didn't turn over the ball. So that's even. That's even. Maybe he didn't see nothing down the field. Maybe he had to check the ball down. You know what I'm saying? So I give it even. I give it even. It said on the other field, Tua Tagovailoa was connecting throws to all areas on the field, and the ball rarely hit the ground. While I believe that Hurts is a better overall player, Tua was very much the better passer today. There was a lot of penalties today, and I believe that the Eagles were called for offense passing interference on one. It was a play in which the receivers were blocking down the field on an RPO, and they engaged in the defensive backs while the ball was in the air. So there we go right there. It say, let me get a little bit of on Cam Jurgens. It say, in the game against the Browns, Cam Jurgens was called for a legal man downfield penalty when he was blocking too far down the field on an RPO. So that's that. Let me give you a little bit on the on the tight end notes. Calcaterra had catches on consecutive plays. One was in the middle of the field for a nice game, while the other was down on the left seam. He said he had a nice start to camp as a wide receiver before he got hurt, and he got picked. And he picked right up where he left off at. So that's him. Jack Stahl had a very nice play in which he bodied an easy catch in a red zone situation against the Browns. Nick Sirianni had the type. I don't know why they're talking about the Browns because we already practiced them. We already went against them already. So I don't know why. Listen, man, leave your comments down below. If you want to comment, man, you know what I mean? Show me some love or whatever. I'll show you some love back. You did. You already know. That's enough of that because they keep going back and forth on the Browns. Here goes some one-on-one camp notes. They say, we noted that Slay got cooked by Hill on opening rep of practice. I thought he battled back nicely on the second rep. Slay had close coverage on Hill, who had to make like 4 different moves to finally shake free and make a catch. But that wasn't a real NFL route. And was a win for Slay. So this is my thing, right? When you're going against smaller speed guys, matter of fact, let me put it like this. When you are a cornerback, right, you don't have to put it like this. Not every down or not every ball thrown your way is going to be an incomplete or a batted down ball. What's the if when you're a cornerback, the whole objective is to make it hard for the quarterback to actually throw it to that wide receiver, to actually cover. You know what I'm saying? For you to actually go up for contested balls. So you may not win the one-on-one battle all the time, but you have to be competitive, though. You have to be competitive, and you have to go up there and actually, compete for the ball that's thrown your way. You have to make it hard for the quarterback to actually look in that wide receiver, and that, you know what I'm saying, that wide receiver way and throw him the ball. That's the whole objective of a cornerback. So not every time you will win that one-on-one battle, but you got to make it competitive. You got to make it competitive. So, like I said, man, this is just joint practice. You know what I'm saying? This is practice. This is practice. So that way, when you go in a real game, everything could be good. Some one-on-ones on one-on-one notes, O-line versus D-line edition. I thought the Eagles offensive line starters mostly won their matchups today, as they did against the Browns. They did allow some pressure in 11 on 11s though. Brandon Graham wrecked someone named Larnell Coleman. Mismatch. Milton Williams had a quiet camp. He had one. It said he had one rep during 11 on 11, which he jumped offside, and they when they reset, he fell. He basically fell in the pass rush, lost his helmet, and then they yelled out on it. They yelled out explicit and all the other extra shit. So basically, Milton Williams had some quiet shit. This thing keep jumping up and down on me, man. I like it. It keep going. It keep going up and down. So basically, long story short, we got smoke. We got smoke. You know what I'm saying? But it's all a learning experience, man. I'm expecting that. I don't know if Darius Slade is going to be going into camp tomorrow. I don't know what's going on with Miles Sanders, man. I haven't really heard too much today about Kenneth Gainwell. I heard about Hurts though, you know what I mean, but I haven't really heard too much about Kenneth Gainwell. I heard their offense was giving our defense fits, you know what I mean, and I'm happy for that though. I'm happy for that, man, because it's always good for it's always good to make adjustments. You know what I'm saying? But you already know, man. Thank y'all for tuning in, man. That's everything for today. I will be back tomorrow, man. I'm gonna try to do a double tomorrow as far as giving you guys videos, man. I will be back, man. It's your boy, Hype Fan Eagle, representing the Philadelphia Eagles by way of New Jersey. Thank y'all for tuning in. You already know. Please like and subscribe to the channel down below. Gang.